All right, welcome to the team. So, in this quick explainer, we're going to talk about the single most important piece of gear you've just been handed. And I'm telling you, it is probably not what you think. Let's get into it. The one tool that really matters more than anything else out here.
Okay, picture this. You're a fresh graduate. You're stepping onto the rig for the very first time. You are surrounded by all this heavy machinery, complex tools, incredible systems. So what do you think? What is your single most critical piece of equipment? Is it that wrench in your hand? Your hard hat? Maybe some fancy new sensor?
Nope, it's none of those. See, your most critical tool isn't something you hold in your hand to turn a bolt. It's the knowledge inside your head. The knowledge that protects you, your crew, and this entire operation. And all of that knowledge? It's right here, inside your field operating handbook.
So, let's start with the big question. Why? Why does this book even exist? I mean, what's its core mission? Because if you understand this, everything else is going to click into place. This one sentence, right from the introduction, this is the why behind every single procedure you're about to learn. Think of it like a mission statement with three, unbreakable rules. Operate safely, protect the environment, and get good, reliable data. Every rule, every checklist, every torque spec, it all comes back to this one core mission.
You know, a massive part of this job happens way before you even get on site. And this handbook, it's your guide to preparation, which, let's be honest, is just a smart way of saying preventing problems before they can even start.
Let's just look at the stakes for a second. On one side, you've got a totally routine task, mechanical lifting. The potential severity if it goes wrong? Catastrophic. And that is not an exaggeration. But on the other side, you've got the handbook solution, simple, clear, standardized steps that take that catastrophic risk and bring it down to almost zero. It's all about taming huge risks with simple knowledge.
This handbook is actually full of these really practical, memorable little phrases. Never saddle a dead horse. This isn't just some old school saying, it's a critical safety instruction packed into 4 words that are basically impossible to forget. So, what does it actually mean when you're on the job?
Well, it all comes down to how you attach a wire rope clamp. The saddle, that's the forged part, it has to go on the live or load-bearing end of the rope. And the U-bolt, that goes on the dead end, the dead horse. If you get this backward, you massively weaken the connection. The handbook turns a potentially fatal mistake into a simple 3-step action you can repeat every single time.
Okay, so you've done your prep, now it's time to rig up, time to execute the job. This is where the pressure is on, and being precise is everything. This book is your playbook for getting it done with confidence.
Just let this number sink in for a second. 10,000 pounds per square inch. That is the kind of pressure we are managing out here. To put that in perspective, a firefighter's hose is maybe 300 psi, so at 10,000, there is absolutely zero room for error. So how in the world do you contain that safely?
You contain it with precision. This is not guesswork. For something like a half-inch NPT fitting, the handbook tells you exactly how many turns to tighten it after it's hand tight, in this case, about 3. It's that level of specific detail that takes 10,000 psi from being a massive hazard and turns it into just a controlled part of the job.
Here's another perfect example. Sealing tape. Seems so simple, right? But if you do it wrong, you can easily create a leak path. So the handbook gives you this dead simple 2-step process. Clean the threads and wrap no more than 2 layers with the thread. Simple, effective, safe. The point is, excellence out here is built on doing these small, crucial details perfectly every single time.
So by now, I hope you're starting to see that this thing is way more than just a rulebook. It's really a tool for your entire career.
Look, this is your guide to making sure that you and everybody on your team go home safe at the end of the day. It is your playbook for delivering that high-quality, reliable data our clients are counting on. Mastering what's in these pages is the absolute foundation of your professionalism and your competence. And honestly, carrying this knowledge with you, that's a symbol that you are committed to operational excellence.
This handbook isn't just something you read once and forget about. It's a tool you have to use, you have to master, and eventually you have to lead with. It is the foundation of your career. So the real question isn't just if you're ready to learn it. The question is, are you ready to lead with it?